This is It Is Well in the key of G major by Kristene DiMarco. I think it's also with Bethel music, but yeah, it's a great song. Played it this past week and just wanted to do a video of it because I think it's the first time I played it actually. But we did it in about 65 BPM for the tempo, and the parts are pretty simple. I don't play like too much because it is a very mellow and like slow and um, low starting song. It ends very high dynamically, but the first half is just very chill. And so I'm doing a lot of like swells and just light plucking and stuff up until like those big refrains at the end. So I'll just kind of go through what I would normally play as one, lead guitar player, and then I'll do a playthrough at the end so you can hear it with full context and the track, included. So for the introduction and the first verse, I'm usually not playing anything. I'll kind of come in on the first chorus with just a little bit of like something like that. Basically, I'm either just like finger picking that or swelling it. So I'm doing the C. So it's third fret on the A string, open G string, and third fret on the B string. And then it's a D sus, I believe. So I'm doing open D, open G, and the third fret on the B string, like that. And then I'm doing the second fret on the D, open G string, and third fret on the B for the E minor. And you can pull off that B string and keep it open like that for just a little accent. So it just kind of sounds like that. Or if you want to play it like kind of playing them all at the same time. I'm really just like filling this in myself, depending on what space needs to kind of just like have something played into. Like depends on what the piano player is doing and stuff like that. So that's the gist of what I usually do. And then going into verse 2 and the interlude before that, I'm really just swelling a lot. So I'll be swelling up here, like on the 15th fret of the B string, and then the 16th on the G, for that G, D, E minor phrasing. And then verse 2, I'm kind of just doing these notes here. So it's the 12th fret on both the B and G strings to the 10th. And then same thing. Ending with 8-7 on the B and G strings. And you could do it like that, kind of with that plucking sound, or swelling it. Whichever one just feels right, dynamically. And for the swells, just so you can hear what it sounds like, I'm basically playing the same tone as this, just cranking up the mix on the reverb and the decay to like almost 100%, leaving a little bit so that you can still hear the notes. But yeah, there's obviously a ton more reverb there added on. And then I do have another swell preset where it's the same thing. I'm just adding in a gain pedal to make just really big, kind of swell tones as we're growing, and I just want a little more punch. So that was verse 2. Going to chorus 2, I usually do the same thing as the first one, just maybe with more emphasis on those hits. If anything. And then we get into the bridge. So the bridge, you could kind of just stay out and let the piano carry it with the vocals, or something I've done before is just kind of follow the vocal line. So it'd be the 8th fret on the B string and the 7th on the E, and then 8th fret on the B string and 10th, and then 7 and 8 on the B string, and then 7, let go of my soul and trust in Him. And then for the waves and wind part, I kind of just do a little hammer on, or hammer off. So that's the 8th to the 7th fret on the B, and then 7 on the G. And then it's 9 on the D, back to 7 on the G, and then 9, 9 on the D and G. And then you can kind of just end it with 8, 8 on the B and E strings, back into the repeat. Yeah, and that's kind of what I do for the bridge. And then going to the refrains, we're starting very, very quiet. So I put on that swell preset, and I'm playing the same things as we grow, but yeah, just kind of doing it in different fashions. So to start, it's the 5th fret on the D and B strings. So without all the reverb, it sounds like that, and that's what you end up doing for that plucking part. But again, we're doing it with the swelling setting, so it sounds more like that. And then we go to the 3 on 3rd fret on the B string, and same 5 on the D, and then the 2nd fret on the D string, and keeping the B string open. And then you can kind of just hit that 3, 5 again before going back to the 5, 5. And that's the same thing. You do that 2 or 3 times, and then you go up. So it's with my soul, and then on soul, it's 9 on the D string and 8 on the B string. So yeah, that's basically that. The ending, you go 8, 9, and then 9, 7, or 7, 7. Kind of both work. Back up to 8, 9. And then, so that's the first refrain. Second refrain, I do the same thing usually, just with a bigger swell, with that gain added. And then once the plucking part comes in, it doesn't change much, but basically you're staying on the D5, and you're starting with the B5 as well. And you're going 3, 5, so. And 3 to the open B. 3, 5, 5, 5. You do that 3 times in total, and then when it goes up, you go from here to 9, 8 to 7, 7, or 7, 9, back up to 8, 9, and then for the last refrain, when we're the biggest that will ever be dynamically, I just add another gain stage so that it sounds even larger. And you're doing the same notes basically, but just higher up the octave. So it's 12, 12 on the B and G, and then 15, 12, 12, 12 with the E string in the G. You're sliding up to the 16th and 15th. 14, 14. Back to 15, 16. You can just do that twice. And you end it there, kind of just letting that ring out. And that's it. You could do a lot more. You could do a lot less with this song. It's pretty cool how open it is with just the opportunities to play. If you want to play the full song more dynamically higher in the intro, you can do that and just play more. If you don't want that big of a contrast, between the first and second half of the song. But this is basically what I gathered just from listening to the track and the stems and trying to piece together the guitar parts into one. So yeah, that's it. I'll play it with the track now just so you can hear everything all together.
Grand earth has quaked before, moved by the sound of his voice, and seas that are shaken and stirred can be calmed and broken for my regard. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And through it all, it is well. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And it is well with me. And far be it from me to not believe, even when my eyes can't see. And this mountain that's in front of me will be thrown into the midst of the sea. And through it all,